Good morning, everybody. Good morning. This is Ronald Gordon with Texas in Color. We are still waiting to hear from Miss Smith, and last I heard, they had power outages down in her neck of the woods. So I don't know if she regained power back or not, but we're going to continue with the show because it's some things that came across me about the election coming up. I talked to a few people that are out of the country, and they are desperately trying to get their ballots in, and mainly in Bear County. I don't know if it's anywhere else, but this was happening in Bear County. They turned around, some sent, what was it, a fax, and it was returned with them getting the ballot, whatever it was for them to vote. But there are some that has not got a return back on anything, and it's in crunch time now. So what I'm reaching out to, if anybody out there know what is going on with overseas ballots, please chime in and let us know what's going on, because that is a serious matter for our military. If they can't vote, and they've been trying to do this for the past, I would say 30 days. When they first told me about it, I just found out about it a couple of days ago. And they said they've been trying to get everything to vote, get the ballot and all that. Well, the problem lies with this. If you go to Bear County and you register and you do all that, what you need to do, there's a submit button on there, which is misconceiving. The submit button does not submit your registration. And so that's what a lot of them thought it was. And they found out, oh, I got to do this. Now they say there's a fax number that they fax everything in. Now I talked to a couple, they said they got it back with everything they need to get done. Some have not got that fax returned back to them. And that is a serious problem here. So if that's just a couple that I'm talking to about waiting to get their ballot, how many more out there are waiting for the same thing? Now, there's been talk that they don't think the ballots are right for the military, and it's been years, never had a problem. So why are we having a problem right now? I'm trying to figure that out. Why all of a sudden we got a problem right now with people as overseas working or in the military? All of a sudden there's a problem. Why is that? Now, if it's happening in Bear County, imagine where it's happening throughout the country on how many people are having problems. So that's something that need to be addressed. And I've been calling around and I have not got an answer yet. I called down there at the election headquarters, no answer. All they said is, we'll look into it. You can't look into it any longer. This need to be addressed as soon as possible, like yesterday. So if anybody out there listening, please chime in and let me know what can we do to get this problem resolved as soon as possible, because it doesn't make any sense that people working overseas in the military have to wait. And the waiting period is shrinking every day. Every day is shrinking. So that's something to look out for. And on the other hand, I want to talk about our AG. They're asking for over 500,000 people that's registered to vote. They want the federal government to jump in and look at all the information to make sure that they're not illegal. Well, we do have a process that is go through. You register to vote, sign everything, you get a voter registration card. Then when you go vote, they double check again to make sure that's you, and you go vote. Why do we need a third process? That's just going to prolong everything. And they already did something crazy now with the ballots, because somebody in some small city in Texas found out how to find out who you voted for. And so what they did now, I firsthand seen it and heard it, that they're going to have three ballots laid on the table. You pick a ballot of which one you want, then they print it and you go vote. Why? Why is that? You know how much confusion that's going to be? How it's going to delay the vote count? Instead of getting out at 8:30 9 o'clock, some precincts may not get out to 10 or 11 o'clock. You see? And so if that happens, I mean, what if it happens? It's going to happen because that's what they got set up right now for it. So what is the problem? Why do we got to go through all this? Now, I said before, the closer we get to the election, the more shenanigans is going to go on. And shenanigans are going on right now as we speak. No telling what's going on. So they turned around. One party turned around and said they're going to release hundreds of people to be poll watchers to watch everything. Now, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out where the poll watchers are going to be at. They're going to be the minority communities. That's where they're going to be at. Intimidation. I'm letting you know, do not be intimidated by them. They are trying their best to intimidate everything that's going on with this process. Do not let them. Go vote. Matter of fact, Monday is the first day of early voting here in Texas, October 21st. Make sure you get out and vote early so you don't have to worry about all that stuff come November 5th. The earlier, the better for you. You can sit back November 5th and just sit back and relax and watch as 7 o'clock comes around. Watch how the results are coming in from all over the country. Now we know it's going to start on the East Coast first. Then it's going to hit Central, Pacific, and then California time. It's all going to hit. So go out, vote early, and bring your identification with you. Now, in Bexar County, there's 4 pages. That's a lot of names to go over. I suggest you go to bexarcounty.gov, download the sample ballot, and look at who you're going to vote for. Now, I know we know what's in stake, and I do know we know the federal. We know who's running for president. We know who's running for senator. But do you know what's running in your local area? Do you know? We got school boards, commissioners, appraisal district, council, mayor. All this is going on, and you have to know who you're voting for. You can't sit down and just close your eyes and point a finger. You have to know who you're voting for and what's in it for them. What can they do for you? That's what we're looking for. So local election is mighty important. You may not think it is. Do you know the school board got more power than what you think they have? Do you know they got the power to take away books? They have that power. And let's not talk about the voucher system that Greg Abbott wants to do. There is so much money he's holding on to. The last I heard, the last time the public schools got money was in 2019. Here it is, 2024, 5 years later. So let's go over the vouchers. If he succeed on that, you may get between $7,000 and $10,000 on the vouchers. That's not even enough to put your kid through one semester of private school. What it's going to do, enable the rich to pick up that and put it in their pocket because they're already paying for private school. It's almost like a rebate to them. So vouchers, I talked to somebody in Bell County. It said vouchers will destroy the public school system over there. So we got to be aware of what we're voting for, people. This is the election of this century, and we have to be ready. I can't say it more than that, but be ready. And that's what it's all about. So anything about elections, please go to the state and find out what's going on. They are, okay, I'm going to go back to disability. Now, I forgot about that. There's a lot of people unaware that they could pull up and if you're disabled, you could vote in your car. Now, how do you go about this? Each precinct have 2 spots designated with a sign there with the phone number. You pull in, call that phone number. They will call the election judge. Election judge will come out to your car and bring the equipment out there for you to vote. So it's just that easy. And for um, people that are deaf, I think 5 precincts in Bexar County going to have an interpreter there. So look out for that. Also, handicap, there are 2 voting booths that designated for handicap. Also, they are designated for the hearing impaired. They have all that designated for you. So if you go up there and that's what it is, then you're good. You know, ifs, ands, or buts about it, you're good. So just keep that in mind on what you're doing. And what else is there to go over? I don't know, just the 21st. Let's get out there and vote, people. Your vote does matter. Don't think it doesn't, but your vote matters. So make sure you get out. Let your voice be heard. Let it be heard. All right. That's about it for right now. I just want to jump in and let you know about the election time coming up. We'll jump in again on Monday morning on the first day of early voting. This is Ronald Gordon with Texas in Color. You have a great weekend.